All right, so we start going to follow this booklet, the prayer, first 3 times, and then continue till before the dedication. yurji nepshan tsam Pema keser dombo ala yamtse chog ngodoni pema anjoni Kordan khandro namabu keji yajisa dajanji jingi lobshe sesa so Guru Pema no Sunday Sheome Chuji Yanji Pojana Duso Sarji Kunji Angowon Rasa Churko Angosa Tonja Sai Lama Namla So Ande Saji Puju Shujan Amedo Rira Limje Nirdi Jemband Sanji Shande Mide Pua Drogo Namda Jingla Shumbar Shum Edarana Mandala Kamdare Thaya Amu Semche Namje Samban Loi Shemda Cheta Cheshu Temu Tamba Chuji Korlo Korda So Tamgi Duji Shajiri Sano Janyimat de Honjumba Sejil Hambo Daurjimi Shati Jarbu Shabla Kushan Orgin Solan Pami Dombole Jerry Namro Ram Jentanji Sanso Kwepshe Yunden Sombra Pemman Johnny Dalu Pencher Gumbol Dorian de Wanda, Tome Nyem Shola Chuji, Chujo Shahwa Shilas. Zamlin Jen Shoyon Namla Kushan Zamlan Tipijan Dun Choni Da, Tuji Lonton Yambin Tamaya, Notre Dame Peter Juji, Kondi Chukur Domain Honchen. Chime was a Shabla Kushan Shipshakan Chindola Gypsy Terre, Chime was a Yamtre took Terenzo, was a launch Namki Namjur. Jingme Limbi Shabla Kushan Mari Sangan Cheram Yangla Shara Kundo Zambu Molam Number Jean Sipchi Jarin Tenlin Zanzab Mipam Jamsu Shabla Kushan Pami Tuxi Durjib Dunjumji Turpi Namro Lira Lampikar Matulondari Pi Hordibji Jingme Punso Shabla Kushan Kamsong Korwa Tontunum Jimbe Sabjelam Gayon Dentarchen Ba Nilu Ranzer Tombi Nanjo Yeshi Wamchu Shabla Kushan Kunzandur Sim Garab Shirasan Pemma Kara Jimban Yushunga Sosor Namnya Tirtun Jarsas Katire Lama Namla Kushan Kandab Shoju Dongunji Tena Desalomar Jirwa Kansata Tandar Tombi Shuji Sharme Sembarando Badeda Damshim Darshashi Namo Arya Dambal Hai Kednala Dano Jinke Trum Dana Mi Kenamdan Roa Kunji Terkechazam Tamche Ket the Chujan Tujurji. Okay, so we're going to prayer on English the four immeasurable Bodhicitta 3 times only on the second page, the second stage. May all beings enjoy happiness and the causes of happiness. May all beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all beings never be apart from the supreme bliss which is free of all suffering. May all beings live in great equanimity, free from the attachment and aversions that keep some close and other distant. May all beings enjoy happiness and the causes of happiness. May all beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all beings never be apart from the supreme bliss which is free of all suffering. May all beings live in great equanimity, free from the attachment and aversions that keep some close and other distant. May all beings enjoy happiness and the causes of happiness. May all beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all beings never be apart from the supreme bliss which is free of all suffering. May all beings live in great equanimity, free from the attachment and aversions that keep some close and other distant. All right. So today we are going to speak about the Four Seals. So this topic is to understand important for everybody generally. And particularly someone, if you interest to the Buddhist philosophy school, and then these four cells are the men of the essential, and brief, the meaning and the four cell. If you can understanding these four cells, the meaning of the four cells, then you can understand the Buddhist philosophy, the point, the view. So that's why no matter you are traditional followers or you are non-traditional followers, also doesn't matter you are religious or non-religious followers, especially of course more than no matter you are Buddhist or non-Buddhist tradition followers, but important has to be understand these four seals. So anyway, as you know, usually all the sentient beings wish is the same, want to be happy, enjoy. Nobody want to experiencing suffering without any exception. That's the general. So that's why very beginning with this prayer, just mentioned to you on English, we did, you just look on the first page, this prayer, the second part of the first page. This is the generation Bodhicitta. So Bodhicitta is a Sanskrit language, but actually it's literally on English is enlightenment mind, or mind of enlightenment, or generation Bodhicitta, or cultivation of mind of enlightenment. So why is this important, the point of cultivation of mind of enlightenment? The reason, as mentioned to you, each sentient being's wish is want to be completely, if possible, freedom from suffering and the causes of the result of suffering. If possible, everyone, I'm sure, they want to be attainment state, ultimate peace and the ultimate enjoyment. So therefore, this is the point here. If you can share your compassion, your love deeply from your heart and to all sentient beings, mentally, that is, we say bodhicitta, the meaning, the healing power of bodhicitta. So this bodhicitta, and briefly, is we say four infinite bodhicitta, or four immeasurable bodhicitta. This one verse prayer we mentioned before English. We did the prayer 3 times on English. So this one verse with 4 lines. So the first line, may all beings enjoy happiness and the causes of happiness. This point of description, the meaning is as cultivating mind of on the infinite of love or loving kindness, equally for all sentient beings, without any exception, even is without exception of enemies, so on, including all sentient beings, not only human beings, but all sentient beings. That's why I say, may all beings enjoy happiness, and the happiness enjoyment must be depend to the similar cause, similar condition, cannot be experiencing automatically, causelessly, not possible. So that's why happiness and the causes of happiness. What is the cause of happiness? Main motivation, the bodhicitta. Loving kindness motivation, that is the motivation. And with this motivation, can enact the positive action, and with this motivation, we can avoid negative actions. That is the cause and the condition for happiness, everybody. So I say, may all beings. And the second line, here say, may all beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. This the aspect is the infinite of compassion. So what difference? Infinite of love and compassion. The infinite love is more focus of with the any sentient beings. May we wish to be happy, enjoy, and someone already with a happy enjoy, and may wish never ever separate such of happiness, such of enjoyment. Further progress, such happiness, enjoyment. This is the aspect of love, the infinite of love. And the second, the infinite of compassion, is more focus of others' problems, sufferings, with empathy and with sympathy, energy. So when you saw, when you hear, when you knew, when you judge, someone is happened a problem, and that moment, if you strong wish deeply from your heart, may you wish to be freedom, such of sufferings and the causes of the sufferings as soon as possible. May you wish, as if possible, supporting to them to free such of sufferings and free from the cause of the sufferings. This kind of motivation comes from your heart. That means it's infinite of compassion. May all beings free from suffering. And what are the causes of suffering? Because suffering cannot born back automatically, back causelessly. Suffering 100% sure is born from dependent to the similar cause and similar conditions. What is the similar cause condition? The negative action, the misdeed karma, the non-merits. We mentioned yesterday lots about karma. So therefore, is the mistake karma, the negative karma, the non-merits is as cause and condition for everybody sufferings from. So therefore, is here we wish may all beings free from the suffering and the causes of suffering. And then the third infinite, the infinite joy, rejoice here. In the third line, the prayer, may all beings never be apart from the supreme bliss, which is free of all suffering. So this is also wish, to never separate such of the supreme here, the supreme bliss. Supreme bliss meant is because some happiness, some enjoyment is a very temporary moments. So therefore easily change, and changing into suffering, that is not perfect, not excellent. But we still is no choice, sometimes only that is the way. But if possible, the perfect, excellent happiness is ultimate peace, ultimate enjoyment, unchangeable. So that is here, as may all beings never be apart from that supreme bliss, great bliss, perfect, authentic, excellent bliss or enjoyment, which is always free any of kind of suffering, suffering of change, and even though finally it could be kind of freedom, the suffering all pervasive suffering, that is perfect, authentic, the supreme bliss, past time, present, and future, or three times, always without any suffering, completely attainment state, satisfaction state. So this is so. If you can share your compassion, your love, your motivation, if you can like this way, is the joy, rejoice others, such of the supreme bliss, that is infinite of joy, we say. And the last one, and the fourth line in this prayer, may all beings live in the great equanimity, free from the attachment and aversions that keep some close and other distant. So this means is a great equanimity, the equality, equanimity, bodhicitta, the infinite of great equanimity, bodhicitta. So equanimity, there's two. One is normal, regular, ordinary equanimity feeling. And one is extraordinary, great. Here's a great equanimity. So what difference? Ordinary equanimity means is that doesn't care between of animals, the enemies and the friend. They have no special love to the friend. There's no special of aversion to the enemy. So therefore, just carelessness person, So no matter is a close person or far, they doesn't care any. That's laziness person, almost we can say, or carelessness, unconscientiousness, or something like this. That's not perfect. Not bad, but not perfect. Okay, that's normal equanimity. But here is a great equanimity. Great equanimity is here is free from the attachment only for oneself, free from attachment, for only from our people, or my friend, something like this. That's ordinary attachment, So, but we must be, if you want to, generating your mind cultivation of bodhicitta, the great equanimity, and then it must be free from the attachment of one's own people, and also we need to free so from the aversion mind, from the aversion mind that keeps some other distant, So attachment to the close people and aversion to the of distant. That is ordinary attachment and ordinary aversion mind. So now what is the problem if ordinary attachment and too much your mind started with too much attachment, selfishness, and then too much jealousy, harming mind, harmful thought, angry with other peoples. This happened by ordinary. If excessively is day and night obscured to our mind nature, and then we cannot relax, cannot resting anymore. There's no peaceful mind disturbed. That's why is the anxiety, so the mental depression, the suffering of the mental pressure, suffering of the stress, or the suffering of many different kind of aspects of limitations. So this kind of all is the worry, the panic, the fear, so the nervous, so many kind of this kind of uncomfortable feeling is from the root. Of course, there are many different conditions, but the main root is too much attachment to the self, selfishness, too strong selfishness, and too much, jealousy, aversion to other people's, or competition to others, or so on between you and other, too much, and then is a problem. So therefore, if anyone who want to little bit more comfortable, more relaxed, more rest, and feeling, you want to harmony each others and good relationships to each others, if you keep, and then is peace, family peace, the village peace, the city peace, country peace, world peace is possible. So therefore, that's why finally is the generation, the Bodhicitta with all beings, this kind of great equanimity comes to you. So that's why we say infinite, the great equanimity. So the last one. So anyway, these four, why we say infinite? Why we say immeasurable? Because you cannot measure how strong this love, how strong this compassion, how much benefit to how many beings. If you ask, the answer, immeasurable. You cannot measure. There's infinite. Because the power of your energy is also infinite. Because not only you, not only your people, not only human beings even, but all sentient beings. Even not only this love, compassion is for only this earth, but for all of the universe, whole of the universe, So therefore, it's this energy, the pure motivation energy has become infinite. The ordinary is very limited. Compassion, ordinary is very limited energy. Love is transferring or progress, increasing. Finally, is extraordinary, is unlimitless love, unlimitless compassion, unlimitless of the pure motivation. For that is why I say infinite, immeasurable, this kind of motivation. That's the one reason. And then is how many beings you can this energy, compassion, love to numberless beings, countless beings. There's no number. That's also this power is infinite or boundless or immeasurable, this power. And then not only and final your goal, final or purpose, of course, temporary benefit, may wish freedom from suffering, freedom from sick, ill, poverty, and freedom from lower realms or so on, may wish, be happy, enjoy even the temporary. That is sure. But not enough on this only on top, may wish each sentient beings gradually will be completely freedom from the suffering, and suffering will change or suffering, mental suffering of samsara. May wish as soon as possible each beings will be attainment state, ultimate peace, ultimate enjoyment, which is enlightenment, the liberation. And not only finally, highest level, your final goal, the finality, your final purpose, may wish each sentient beings as soon as possible gradually will be attainment state, completely enlightenment Buddhahood. What means completely enlightenment Buddhahood? Means Buddha is a Sanskrit language, but in Tibetan, Sang and Ye. Sang means completely wake up from the obscuration of ignorant. Completely will be freedom from the two obscurations of delusion and the obscurations of to the omniscient. So that means sang. And the Ge means is therefore is completely their attainment state, all knowing knowledge, omniscience, mind, or the wisdom, primordial wisdom, which is suchness wisdom, and the attainment state of manyness wisdom, because without any obscurations of to the omniscient. So that means the Ge as a wisdom. So as with finally what is means Buddha. Buddha is the embodiment of great perfection, wisdom, realization, emptiness, and great method of compassion. So the union of the great compassion and great perfection of wisdom, that is the definition of Buddha. That is the point of characteristics of the Buddha, So, and therefore is the wish is, final wish is this infinite bodhicitta as may all sentient beings, so will be attainment state, completely enlightenment of great perfection, wisdom, and great method of bodhicitta. That means is completely enlightenment means freedom, falling extremes of the samsara, and even though will be freedom, falling extremes of nirvana, means beyond both of some extremes of samsara and falling extremes of nirvana. That is completely enlightenment, Buddhahood. So therefore you see the final result is infinite, immeasurable. You cannot measure, that's immeasurable. So that's why I say four immeasurable bodhicitta. Just for each of these four lines beginning we say, may all beings, you see, may all beings, it's immeasurable. It's infinite because beings are numberlessly existent, countlessly existent. But your compassion, your love, your energy, your pure motivation is the healing. You're healing for equally for all sentient beings, but mentally. But physically, but verbally, we cannot directly do benefit all sentient beings at the same time because we are one person. But mentally, your energy, you can pervasive, so for all sentient beings, you can share this energy. So may all beings, you see. Usually we like very much aspiration, dedication, prayer, wish, goal, and many things we have purpose, but may myself, or may my people, may my friend, right? May my country, something like this. But never ever says may all beings, right? So this may all beings, this word, comes from Buddha Dharma. Only Buddha Dharma, you go to search in this world. So many different traditions, different cultures, different religions, different talk, different good person, the holy persons, and of course so many educated person when you learned from the sub-school class up to of like the high school or PhD. Did you hear all sentient beings? Did you talk many all sentient beings? The compassion, love, attitude. But so this means that's a very special, precious word. Not only word, the meaning is very precious. So therefore, is your heart, you can generation into the limited love and limited compassion, you can generating into unlimited, love and compassion. So if you can, then you are become, that moment is a holy person. So when you really are resting, this kind of motivation, energy comes deeply from your heart. That is, you are the son of Buddha's heart. Okay? Means is you are the son of wisdom and the compassion. The meaning is you are become same family of Buddha's lineage. Buddha's lineage means is you are become same the family of great perfection, wisdom, and the great method of compassion. You are the real. Actually, the seed is already sown, each sentient being, same quality, the Buddha nature. Sanskrit language, we say Sukatangarbha or Tathangatangarbha. The Buddha nature is pervading equally. Even small insect, animals, mind nature is the same quality of Buddha himself. The mind nature is no difference. But we haven't yet enough the repeating the result from the seed of Buddha nature because obscured with of the two dualistic, the grasping mind, selfishness or so on. So therefore, this prayer is very important. not only just multi-word prayer, as much you can just focus on the meaning a day 3 times. Some do prayer and just try training your mind on this. That's very important. Just I introduced to you this bodhicitta mind. And then now we little bit from yesterday. There's small things, maybe not completely enough to explain from the karma. We mentioned yesterday the 4 branches of karma, and we mentioned already the 4 resultant of karma. But now, another also 4 possibilities of the repentant result we mentioned yesterday. But now today there's extra another 4 possibilities. What is 4 possibilities? Because karma means is I mentioned you is if today you are new, and that means is action. Sanskriti karma, and literally in Tibetan le. Le is on English literally it means action. Action is from person. From person. Means is person means with consciousness, with with mind. So mind must be with motivation. Action must be with motivation. So therefore good motivation and then is good action comes. And bad motivation, performing bad action. And neutral motivation is not good, not bad, equanimity, and then your action is also not positive and not negative action, but a neutral action. So therefore, we can enact various different kind of the actions, but can divide into 3. Positive action, negative action, and neutral action. The reason, because of motivation, so many different kind you can motivate it, but invariably, sometimes positive, sometimes negative, sometimes your motivation is a neutral equanimity. So therefore, as your action is also become these 3 different kinds, so this is the karma. We mean karma is like that, the action. And then the imprint of your previous action, this morning, yesterday, from last week, from last month, from last year, from the childhood, even though from of your past life, so on. The imprint stored on the stream of your mind. The habitual, the imprint means is the habituated, habitual basic tendencies, follow you with your consciousness. Consciousness, we mention you clarity, awareness, that is consciousness. Everyone we having clarity, awareness. But on the clarity, awareness, and then with the habitual basic tendencies, more negative, some is more positive, some is equanimity, some is both mixture. But usually we are ordinary, can be not 100% negative, not 100% positive. It's mixed, so the imprint is stored on your mind. So this means is a karma, the contaminated karma, always with us, follow us. Always means if yet not you found antidote to the negative karma, and yet not destroyed your positive karma, and the other hand yet not repent fully the result experiencing, then is follow you, the karma, So therefore, now a little bit, I will talking, because mentioned yesterday, Buddha mentioned karma committed will not be disappeared by automatically, by causelessly. Karma not accumulated will not be experiencing by automatically and by causelessly, either of happiness or suffering, no possible. So anyone you going happy or unhappy, that must be is directly or indirectly connected, related to the of your previous action. That means the karma, depend to the karma. But now today I want to let it be the rest part from yesterday. 1, the 4 possibilities. Karma, if you ask me, karma, how could be can vary the strong level, the middle level strong, and the less strong, the worst strong. So there are 4 possibilities. General, I'm talking karma, not particular karma, I'm talking generally. So therefore, the strong one. First, I will just let you know the 4 possibilities. 1 is karma. Karma does act. Act means activity, the action. Enact. Karma does act, and karma accumulated. So this is one possibility. Karma does act and accumulate it. That's one. I will explain, don't worry. And then is the second possibility is karma accumulated but does not act, doesn't act. That's the second possibilities. Third possibility is karma does an act but no accumulated. Karma not accumulated but does act. That's the third possibilities. No, last one, the fourth, is neither not accumulated and nor act. So these are four. So now the first one, the strong one, real karma, the strong one, most strongest karma, either positive or negative. You can, because karma already mentioned you, positive karma, negative karma, but any karma. The strong one, karma accumulated and does act. So now I go to explain an example, one positive and one negative example. First, we're going to like negative. For example, killing. So karma, the killing karma, for example, now, particularly the killing karma does act and accumulated. That means is like a hunter, he or she, want to hunt the animals, and they found, we mentioned yesterday, the four branches completely. First, they recognize the basis of the killing, and then the second is the motivation is in the intent of the intention of the motivation, and then third branches is the engagement to use the techniques to kill, and the fourth is the branches of completed and the completely killed, dead. So this kind of killing, negative karma of killing, the first one, the strong one, because the first possibility is karma, the negative killing karma accumulated because killed, right? And then also does act because with the four branches completely. So therefore, this karma is the strong one, killing. Then not the opposite, positive karma we talk. Saving others' life, the releasing others' life, the positive karma. Also is the four possibilities. The strong one, the pure strong one, is does act, does accumulate it. That means is when you recognize the basis of the saving of the dying being, and you in motivation is in content, you want to intention to receive, you intention to save these dying beings. You want to very strong motivation, compassion, love, empathy, sympathy, energy comes. You want to save this. You want to give the protection of the fear of the death. So on. That means is the second branch. And then on top is you engagement, the branches of engagement. Maybe you need to pay money to buy someone going to kill, and or maybe you enact some, you need to effort fully or hard, maybe with hardships, you need to saving some dying beings. Anyway, that is the engagement. And then finally, it's well done. You did completely released these dying beings and freedom from the fear of the death. You saved completely. That means it's a very supreme virtue, right? Saving others' life. So this kind of virtue, karma, is the first possibilities we mentioned you. Karma does accumulate and the karma accumulated and does an act. That means both. Because four branches completed, saving others being, and you already done good, you accumulated the merits of virtues of saving others' life. So this is just both negative and positive. Killing, for example, is the first possibility. Is karma accumulated and karma does act, the strong one. And the second strong one now, the possibilities. We say, because very important to know, karma accumulated but doesn't act, does not enact. The second. This means is still this, we go same example, killing like. First you recognize there's an object of killing, the branches of killing, and you want to kill this intention, you say, intent, content to kill, you are hunter, so therefore you want to kill, your motivation come. And then engagement, you shoot, already having shoot, had the shooting, or maybe used through the poisons or lasso, Aaron hooks, or whatever you need to do techniques to kill. So that means you engagement, already engaging to killing, but missing the last branches, the branches of completion stage. You cannot complete because they run away. Someone disturb for you. The obstacles comes to you, you cannot kill. You lost, this object of killing. Then your feeling is very regret, disappointed, because you couldn't kill. You want, but you couldn't. So now this is the question. How strong this negative? Almost same the killing, but not same completely because of missing one branches, the last one. The branches of completion of the killing is you couldn't, because that doesn't mean you stopped, doesn't mean you deleted, doesn't mean you canceling, but it was the object is run away, so you couldn't. So therefore, your motivation is disappointed. You couldn't kill. So therefore, it's almost near the same like negative karma of killing, but not completely fully same, but very close. That is why second strong, not first like strong, but almost. Therefore, it's a very strong negative. Killing, almost like killing, fully killing, like almost. So similarly, the virtue also opposite, saving others' life. First, you recognize an object of saving beings, and then you want to save them. That's the second branches, motivation and intent, intention or contentment, motivation. You want to, there's one going to fear of dying or something. I must be try to save these beings, these animals, or this person, or this insect. Anyway, you want, because compassion and love, or you want to attitude benefit other beings, saving others' life. So therefore, this is the second branch, the contentment. And then is the third branch is engagement. The branches of engagement, saving life. Therefore, maybe you start to pay money, or maybe you go to something, the hardships, maybe is climbing on the mountain, or maybe you need to cross a big river. Anyway, so many activity, something in engagement to saving the life. But unfortunately, accidentally, something happened as a disturb for your final, the completion stage. So you cannot save the other life. As there may be jump. They're already dead, maybe shoot somebody. Anyway, as you couldn't release. Then you feel very sad, very regret, disappointed because you wasn't. It's work, it doesn't work, So now these questions is how strong, because if you completely accept, and that means is the perfect, the virtue, the strong one, completed the completion stage. But now we go to the second strong one. If you couldn't, and then what is your virtue? Almost as the strong one, similar. You didn't release, but as almost you have the virtues, merits, very strong virtue merits, as fully like the released of the beings or saving others' life. Even you couldn't, because it's your motivation, because your intention, your subject, and your engagement activity, everything that you did very much in the effortfully, with compassion, love, but finally you couldn't save. But still doesn't mean you have no karma of saving others' life. Almost you can have the pure virtue, the merits, an animal released or something like this. Even you couldn't, but you have good karma. Very, very good karma. So that is the second possibilities. Karma does accumulate it, the positive karma saving others' life does accumulate it, but it did not enact because you couldn't release it. So this is the second one strong, either positive or negative. So now the third possibilities of the four possibilities we mentioned you. So the third possibilities, karma does act, does enact, but the karma does not accumulate it. That's the third possibilities. What is, for example, the killing. Now we go to further. Maybe it's too fast, you driving car, and just suddenly there's jumping some animals, the deers or something cross, and then accidentally killed, from the accident from your car. And you feel it's disappointed disappointedness, regret, sad, because that's not your object of killing. First branch is that animal, the deer, is not an object of killing. For you, that's not object of killing. Therefore, you have no motivation. The branches in the intention to kill. You have you don't have motivation to want to kill. That's not your motivation. You want to stop, of course. You want to avoid the killing, but couldn't. Unfortunately, accidentally is killed. So therefore, your engagement your driving is not the engagement for killing. So your driving the car is your engagement into traveler for yourself. But suddenly animal comes and accidentally killed. So therefore, missed these first three branches, not really killing. But last branches, the fourth branches of compilation, but completely dead, killed from your accident, your car. So now, this kind of karma, the killing, do you have any negative karma? Or you have no any negative karma? That's the question. Actually, that means is the third possibility is the karma does not accumulate but enact. Enact means you killed, but not fully, completely the strong one, not accumulated of the strong one killing. Even killed, but no killing karma strong one, because missed the first three important branches. Missed, that's not your motivation. So therefore, now this telling us, you see, this is the third one. So compare between the second possibilities and third possibilities, which one is more strong? You see, for negative killing, for example. Because the first one, you couldn't kill. They ran away. The third one, you killed. So looks like it's because you killed, must be this is more strong, negative of killing. Because the second one, you couldn't kill, they ran away. So therefore, it's less strong of negative killing. But no, that's not true. Now, the third one is more strong than the first one, the second one. These telling us is motivations how important. That is telling to you, Because the third one, you have no motivation want to kill. Also have opposite, disappointed after you killed, means dead accidentally. But the second one, you want to kill, but you couldn't. So also you disappointed, So therefore, karma is the second one is more strong. The killing is, action is second one is more strong than the third, they accidentally killed someone. So the karma. Third one is less strong. But doesn't mean that totally zero, no karma. Still karma, of course, because you are the condition of this accident. There's no you driving fast, and there's no reason to, accidentally. But this is you are the condition, but that's not your motivation. So therefore, you have very little negative karma of killing. And the saving others' life also same like this way. We can say the third one is karma does an act, but does not accumulate it. Sometimes you can save others' life, but that's not your motivation. With compassion, love, you want to save this person, these dying beings. But you have planned to maybe, like we can, saving like even your enemies, sometimes necessary to save. Say, don't kill, don't kill. Why? Because we need tax time to need this person to use, something or another further make suffering, or maybe to use other technique. That's we need to save this enemy at the moment. So you accept. Looks like it does an act of saving, but no accumulated merits of saving others' life. Because your motivation, not compassion, love, not for benefit this person or that beings. You want to use these beings to more suffering. Something is for future to other or this person, so on. So this kind is just the reflection of saving others' life. But in fact, it's negative, not positive. So it's you accumulated negative karma, not accumulated positive karma, But still doesn't mean totally zero, because even if an enemy, like this way,
bad motivation is saving, but you have the reflection of positive karma of saving, but in fact it's negative. So karma is like that. There's a third possibilities, okay? Is that karma does enact, but it does not accumulate. That's the third possibilities, either positive or negative. And then the fourth possibilities, that's neither, does not accumulate and does not nor the enact without both. That's normal, regular. So therefore, this is a little bit important because we're going to always enact something in activity from body, from speech, from heart. Not only, of course, killing and saving others' life, but we mentioned yesterday 10 negative actions, 10 positive actions. Or sometimes equanimity, not always we going positive and going negative, but most is a normal, our life is equanimity. But sometimes we going on the act of virtues, sometimes we going in act of non-virtues. So that times we need to know which is more strong, virtue, which is less strong, the virtue. Which negative is more strong, which negative is action is less strong, is depend these four possibilities we mentioned you today. This is just important, so a little bit I missed yesterday to explain fully of this karma. That's why this is yesterday, but anyway, no matter yesterday, today, but karma always we need to know, So now we're going to speak about this today, the topic, the four seals. Seal means stem, like stem. Sign, like something like the mudra, on the Sanskrit we say mudra, or hand gesture, like sometimes they used, or commitment, like promise, like, seal, like king, queens, ministers, seal, like stem, so a sign, like signature, like signal, like, something like this, they promise, the proofs, like this, the seal means this. So this seal now is a four seals, we say, no 5, no 3, it's a four seals. That means now we're going a little bit more philosophical, Buddhas. Buddha Dharma can be divided into there's three, and probably the religions, the religious of Dharma, the mental scientist of Dharma, and philosophical of Dharma. Philosophical Dharma. So this kind can be more as the primary of the related to the philosophy, Buddha's philosophy and mental science also, but most is these four seals are related to the more of the philosophy. So, and then Buddha's philosophy, actually Buddha taught us when Shakyamuni Buddha, the Siddhartha, become completely enlightenment Buddhahood, entered the Bodhi tree in Bodh Gaya 2,600 years before. And then after 7 weeks, he completely enlightened Buddhahood, then he started to training the veil of Dharma for benefit sentient beings, for benefit us. So first is the Four Noble Truth. In Saranatha, he training the veil of Dharma for Noble Truth. Noble truth of suffering, noble truth of origination of suffering, noble truth of cessation, noble truth of the path of cessation, liberation. That's Four Noble Truth. Four Noble Truth is the basics, the fundamental of Buddha Dharma. And then the second stage of this training of well Dharma is emptiness. Parajana Paramita teaching. He taught on the worship peak of mountain, the mountain of worship peak. This is in the Rajgarh, near Bodh Gaya in India. The main place he was training well of Dharma of the emptiness is more than over of 100,000 of the verses, the detailed explanations of the Parajana Paramita, the emptiness. So, and the third training well of Dharma is the main subject is the Buddha nature, only monk school, and the common of Tantra teachings, or shown in the Bishali. The place is not only one place, so many different, but one example is Bishali in India. Anyway, the third training. So totally, is completely he training well 84,000 collection. He collection the Dharma is collected is the 84,000 collection training of Dharma. Why he lots of these 84? Because as a followers, the followers of disciples, motivation, disciples karmic connection between the different disciples of capacity is different. So therefore, is in briefly he could divide it to more than over of 100,000 of so 800,000 of or 84,000. The 84,000 of the different thought, different kind of karmic emotions, or different kind. So therefore, the antidote also need more than over 84,000 collection of training well Dharma, because antidote to the over 84,000, more than 84,000 different kind of capabilities. So that, but this 84,000 collection training well of Dharma is a division into there's 4 groups, 4 types, different kind of training well of the collection of Dharma. These 4, in briefly, antidote to the sentient beings of the origination of the suffering, desire, the afflictive emotion of anger, antidote to the afflictive the emotion of delusion or ignorant, and the imprints, antidote to the imprint of the 3 poisons, desire, anger, ignorant. So this is 4 kind of the object of purifications, object of the avoidance. So the antidote now, there's 4 types, different kind of, we say, Sanskrit is pitakas, or sometimes we say 3 pitakas, or 3 basket. We can translation and say the Tibetans say dernut. Dernut means is basket, means collection, 3 collections or 3 basket. Or sometimes we say 4 collections or 4 basket or 4 pitakas, we can say, or 3 pitakas. Anyway, so know what is 3 pitakas. 3 pitakas, the pitaka or the Vinaya pitaka or Vinaya collection. That's one description, Buddha's teaching. One group, one part is, we can say, Vinaya pitaka. The second is pitaka is, we can say, is the Sutrantika, Sutra pitaka. And the 4th one, Abhidharma, Sanskrit Abhidharma pitaka, or Abhidharma collection, or Abhidharma basket. Then the 3rd one. The 4th one, last one, is, we can say, mantra basket or mantra pitaka. Pitaka means is tantric teaching. Mantra means is, there's 4. That is the description or the expressor about this teaching. So now what is the meaning, the subject of these 4? The Buddha's teaching means 84,000 collection training well of Dharma is divided into, in brief, is these 4 basket. And this 4 basket explanation, what? The subject. As 4, of course, the subject. We can say 3 trainings. First, we can say 3 trainings. 3 trainings means is trainings of the Vinaya. So Vinaya means is discipline. So discipline means is because subduing one's own mind, you mentioned yesterday thoroughly. Because all the sufferings from negative action, all the happiness, enjoyment is from positive action. So everyone want to happy, enjoy, nobody want to suffering. If this true, and then you must be subduing one's own mind thoroughly. Means is you must be disciplined with of the morality contact, or disciplined with supreme ethics, morality contact or the ethics. That means discipline. What should to do, what should not to do. I know people, modern people, very, we can say, individualism. This 21st century is individualism. don't want to depend to any, don't want to listen to any, don't want to follow anyone. They say, myself is us, standing on my feet, alone, independently. That meant individualism. Even parents don't want to rely to the kids. Kids also doesn't want to rely to the parents, meant individualism. Teacher, no. Disciple not rely to the teacher. This 21st century is like this, crazy, Anyway, that meant individualism. So this term is like this bad term now. Individual, that's not good sign actually. Individualism. But if yourself is enough understand everything, you are strong. Yourself good enough, everything. There's no any faults, no any mistake, and then it's perfect, excellent. But not true. Not true. That's totally not true. This is no possible individualism, yourself alone. How can be you laugh? No. Even one biscuit you cannot find individualism, no possible. One cup of water you cannot drink is without depend to others. Everything is depend to each other. What you wearing, what you have, your house, your car, your money, your duty, everything, your clothes, your shoes, your watch, your phones, everything comes through people to people to people to people. Must be interdependently, totally opposite of individualism. So that's, but we still it says so I want on my own. No one. I don't want to depend to no one. That is pride. That's arrogance. Actually, it's a negative emotion. This kind of negative emotion, arrogance, the pride is born from wrong logic, wrong reasoning, and the mistake as a form ignorant. We need generate self-confidence, self-courage. We need self-courage, self-confidence. Self-courage, self-confidence is born from perfect logic, perfect reasoning. So better courage, confidence will never bring this disappointed and the regretness mind. Never, ever, as undeceptive. The emotion, pride, the confidence and the self-confidence, self-courage we need. But we don't need the pride and arrogance, self-pride, self-arrogance. These born from wrong logic, wrong reasoning, but unfortunately in this 21st century is individualism. That means it's like pride, arrogant, too much, So therefore too much problem actually, comes too much problem. So however, in this case now, why comes this talking from? The root, my subject, why I'm going to speak. Anyway, the three, the basket. So the first, the basket, what means the Vinaya basket. Vinaya means the discipline. Discipline is we need to subduing. What is necessary, we has to be distinguished clearly, which is a necessary engagement, object, subject, and active itself for benefit you, benefit for other sentient beings, benefit for this life, benefit for future. And at the same time, it has to be also distinguished which is necessary abandonment, object, subject, active itself. Because if this abandonment object is harming you, harming to others, harming this life, and harming to future, if you couldn't. So therefore, we must be recognized which is necessary abandonment object. It's like negative. That means not like, but it's negative action, non-merits. The misdeed action, this all is abandonment object. The positive action, positive emotion, compassion, love, this kind of all is the engagement object. We have to be first recognized, distinguish clearly. Not enough you just having distinguishing clearly, and then you must be disciplined, in act, in your daily life. It's as much possible. That I'm talking this comes because you don't like, maybe you say, because individualism says, I don't want to, follow someone, I don't want to depend to someone. What comes on my mind, I want to do this, right? What comes, whatever. No hating something there. So, but if good comes, your mind is perfect, you can do it. But unfortunately, if bad comes and then your mind, and then if you say, I follow my mind, very danger, So therefore, it has to be distinguished clearly. So this kind is a discipline. Is the Buddha why explanations is the Vinaya. the Vinaya means the discipline, the Vinaya basket or Vinaya collection. So this is the training of the collection of the discipline. That's one of the training. The subject of the Vinaya basket, the teaching, from sense of external of the Vinayana, the war holder, like lay practitioner. Maybe most of you are lay practitioners, upasika war holder. You can say lay practitioner, persons war holder. Family, the householder, the family practitioners vow. This is also the discipline. And then on top is ordained, the monastic monks, nuns. They are also, of course, there's the Patimukya. They have Patimukya vow, the individual liberation vow. So lay practitioner, individual liberation vow, and ordained monks, nuns, the individual liberation vow, the Patimukya vow. Anyway, this all is including of the Vinaya discipline, the explanations. And then is the inner of the Bodhisattva's vow, again, what you should to do and act, what should not to act in. If you are Bodhisattva's vow holders, that's also discipline actually. And then tantric, secret tantric vow, and then there's many things what you should do, what should not to do for benefit you, benefit others, also discipline, So anyway, this kind part is all is the basket. The first, the Vinayana basket is like this, the topic, meaning the training of the discipline. So particularly this is an antidote to the desire. The negative, almost the disciplining activities are particularly antidote to the of desire, negative emotion, desire. Because many negative actions comes from the motivation of desire, attachment. So therefore the antidote is discipline. And then Buddha's the second subject basket, which is the Sutran Tika. So Sutran Tika, the Sutran basket or the Putika's main subject is among three trainings, the trainings of concentration. Concentration means it's like meditative concentration. Shamatha meditation. Sanskrit is shamatha, shamadhi. That means is the concentration. Concentration is very important because our mind too much distracted, day and night, and wandering there and here, jumping like monkey mind. If we lost our own point of what you should to do, what should not to do. So many things we have mistake, and mind is very much is wandering there and here, jumping as you cannot control your mind. You don't know even your mind is aware right now. So much crazy become mind is as unstable, it's very much distracted. So therefore we need to control. That means concentration. Driving, very important concentration, otherwise accident, And the tapping is very important concentration, otherwise mistake. So many, And then it's everything's whatever you're doing, the business, you need to very concentration, otherwise danger, so on. Everything's, then of course Dharma practitioners, meditation is very, of course, concentration you need. Discipline of the morality conduct, you also must be concentration, So everything's you need to concentration. That means calmness down from the distraction mind and calm abiding. Your mind as much possibilities relaxed on the nature state and focus on the of your point of your view. Do not too much jumping, do not distracted. And then you lost the essential point of your benefit, so on. So this means the power of concentration. So usually in the tradition we say method of concentration, shamatha, but the point is this with mindfulness, Better you need to protect this concentration energy is the concentration, better protection of mindfulness, the power of mindfulness and the power of awareness. Or alertness, better power alertness and better power of mindfulness. Mindfulness is the opposite, unmindfulness, So the jumpingness mind is unmindfulness actually. So therefore we need to mindful, it's very important. Whatever you do, dharma or non-dharmic, worldly or spiritual, everything we need to the awareness, awareness. So therefore we need to mindfulness. So this kind is a method is Buddha the second basket. Its meaning is the basket of sutra, the Sutrantika basket, explanations, the subject training of concentration, or the collection of concentration teaching. That is the second subject. So this second subject is particularly generally for antidote for all the negative emotions and the misdeed, but particularly antidote to the negative emotion of anger, aversion mind, harmful thought, antidote. That's the second. And the third one, third basket is the Abhidharma. We mentioned it before, the Abhidharma basket, or Abhidharma Pitaka. So Abhidharma Pitaka, or the collection. So the meaning, what is the training? The three trainings. So the training of discrimination means the wisdom. The third basket of Abhidharma text, main subject, primary topic is as wisdom, discrimination, which is necessary, which is unnecessary, which should engagement, which should abandonment, which is good for you, which is not good for you, which is good for others, which is not good for others. Everything clearly follow perfect logic, perfect reasoning, and you use your own excellent investigation, analyze to understanding. Description means is each sense of ordinary business, also up to of extraordinary, talking about the natural law of karma, cause and effect, reincarnation, enlightenment, so on. Everything is very logically, follow the reasoning through the reasoning, and to judge, to check, research, follow the valid cognitions, or so on. So this kind of all is the wisdom. Actually, it's wisdom. But this wisdom is the discriminative wisdom, pure wisdom. Sense ordinary wisdom up to finally Buddha's all-knowing knowledge wisdom. So this kind of all is a detailed explanations from the Abhidharma text. So the Abhidharma basket explanation, the meaning, the topic is the training of the collection of the wisdom. That's the third basket, Buddha's. So this wisdom could be an antidote for all the negative emotions, but particularly antidote to the ignorant, the negative emotion of the delusion. Because our mind is deluded. Because even we want to be happy, enjoy, but by oneself is destroy one's own the root of happiness, enjoyment, because mind deluded. One's own mind deluded. Even we want to be freedom from suffering, but we chasing, we collecting the cause condition of suffering by oneself, because mind deluded. Means is stupid, ignorant, So therefore, now how could we can avoid the ignorant, the delusion mind? Must be the wisdom. We need to discriminate the discriminate. So how we know the pure wisdom is the Shakyamuni Buddha already mentioned from the Abhidharma text, clearly. So this is antidote. Why it could be an antidote to the of ignorant. So Buddha Dharma is not only for benefit enlightenment, not only benefit for future life, but right now, especially in this 21st century, very important, very necessary to benefit for everyone. So therefore, it's the wisdom is from them. And the last one, the fourth basket is a mantra basket, or mantra pitaka. So mantra, the description of a mantra basket is what is the subject? Training of the equally the imprint both of negative emotion of desire, the imprint of negative obscurations of the anger, and the imprint of the obscurations of ignorant. Equality antidote to the both of the seed, the imprint of previous the three poisons. Veda Tantra. The subject is mantra. Mantra is a Sanskrit language, but literally is mind protection. On English, mind protection. Then why Tantra is the same mind protection only? Because all the Buddha teaching is actually mind protection. But why only it's Tantra mind protection? Because shortcut, very skillful. There's no more higher skillful than the Tantric. So Tantric, if you made mantra of Tantric, if you found transmission, empowerment, the vow, the oral instructions, keep samaya vow, and do training, tantra, and then one single life. 100% possible to completely, fully freedom, suffering of samsara, fully achievement of Buddha Vajradhara. So and the one single life is possible. So therefore, there's no more higher skillful method for enlightenment than of the mantra, tantra or mantra same. So that's why it says mantra protection, but skillful shortcut mantra protection. That's why it's the mantra means it's mantra protection. So this is the fourth basket, training well of Dharma, antidote both of equally. So now why I'm talking this is the four basket and the four trainings. This means is antidote because 84,000 collection of well Dharma we divided into four. 21,000 collection of the Vinayana basket is antidote to a description of the training mantra of the disciple, to the antidote to the of desire, the negative emotion of desire. That's 21,000. And another 21,000, the training well of Dharma according to the sutra basket, the sutra and tika of the Putikas, the subject to the training of, we mentioned the first one discipline. The second is the concentration, the collection of concentration. This is particularly antidote to the of 21,000 different types of negative emotion of anger, aversion mind. And the third, another of 100,000 training well of Dharma is according to the Abhidharma text, means is the discriminative wisdom. So this is antidote to the more than over 21,000 different kind of negative emotion of ignorant, 21,000 different types aspect of negative emotion of ignorant. So that's why there's another 21,000 training well of Dharma, of the Abhidharma text, wisdom, discrimination. And the last one, the fourth, again, there's another 21,000 collection training well of Dharma, the mantra basket or mantra pitakas, particularly antidote to the more than over 21,000 different types of the aspect of the imprint of previous desire, anger, ignorant equally, better tantra. So total is now, what is it, 4 times of the 21,000? That means it's 84,000 collection training well of Dharma is antidote to the of this desire, anger, ignorant. Because I mentioned you the four noble truth, the second noble truth, the origination. What is the origination? What is the first? Noble truth, the suffering. Why we are suffering in the samsara? Because this suffering composed from the origination of suffering. What is the origination? Karma and delusion. These two is the origination of the suffering. So therefore, if we want to free from suffering, we must be free from obscuration karma and must be avoid obscuration delusion. So questions now, how could we can free from contaminated karma? We must be free from delusion. Now questions, how could we can avoid the obscuration, the delusion? The antidote, I mentioned you, these discipline, Vinaya, method, concentration, better of the sutra, the basket, and the better method of wisdom, discriminative, Abhidharma, and the mantra, the shortcut, skillful method of tantric for avoiding even the imprints of the delusion. So therefore, finally, you can training your mind, the antidote of this delusion. You can finally freedom from the delusion. If when you will be your mind completely when freedom from delusion, then you freedom from the contaminated karma. If your mind freedom from the obscuration of karma, that means you will be completely freedom, fully of the suffering of samsara. Not only one part suffering, but fully. So that means enlightenment is coming. So this is actually what is the point of Buddha, Buddha's motivation, and what is Buddha's knowledge, what is Buddha's benefit for whom? For us, So therefore Buddha says, I show you the path for liberation, could can liberate or not is depend up to you, Buddha says. Buddha cannot do more than heart is full. His heart is full of wisdom and pure wisdom, pure compassion. But he cannot do more than only just show you the path of liberation. So can liberate, so or not is up to you. That is why I quoted yesterday. Buddha says, you are the master of yourself. What other master could there be do? Through coming yourself alone, you found a master hard to find. So you are final master. Okay? You are final teacher. Yourself is your final teacher. Yourself is your final protector. Yourself is your final refuge. This looks like individualism. Is it? Now again comes, but this is perfect individualism, But modern century, the people say individualism, and I'm talking here individualism is different, very different. This kind is logically comes. That is courage, confidence is coming. That's But normal, ordinary individualism is not. That's pride, arrogance is different. So that's why we're talking about this. So in this case, now today on this topic, the Four Seals, the Four Seal. The seal means is a stem, like the promise, commitment. Who commitment? Actually, if according to Buddhist point, we say Buddha's commitment, Buddha's promise. But if a scientific way, we can say that is the logic, the promise from the logic, the reasoning, perfect logic, and excellent reasoning, the proofs. That cannot you beyond to the of this logic. That's the reality, the nature power. That means seal is like this. So and therefore now, all of the philosophies, the detailment necessary to learning, studying, practice, or something has to be understandings are, and briefly, we mentioned 84,000 collection training well of Dharma is finally divided into these four seals. We need to enough understanding the four seals. So what is the four seals? We can say this is the in very summary, in brief summary, the end Buddha's teaching, the last one. Buddha was enlightenment maybe 35 to 36 years old age. He completely enlightenment Buddhahood under the Bodhi tree in Bodh Gaya. And then this 84,000 collection, the training well Dharma teaching taught during these 20 years. And then when Buddha Shakyamuni became 81 years old, that time he passed away, paranirvana, in Kushinanga, in India. So with the lion's sleeping posture, he passed away, paranirvana. So that time in the 20, he was 81 years old. Means is that he passed away in 81. So that moment before approaching death, that time he just give some the pith instructions. His previews all the teachings in this four seal. Okay, that's Buddha's last teaching. Actually, this four seal in brief. All the detailment previews 84,000 collection training well Dharma make in summaries, including of these four seals. So therefore, because Buddha passed away, nearby passed away, then many people having doubt comes. So Buddha make make the free from the confusions, make clarifying. Don't worry, he's taught lots, but including these four seals. If you understand these four seals, and then you understand Buddha's detailment teachings. If you couldn't understand these four seals, then you cannot understand the previous detailment teachings. So therefore, Buddha says, at last moment, I gave you very in summaries, and briefly can keep in memory. So therefore, he gave the seal like the promise, commitment, trust to Buddha, says his disciple. He taught these four seals. Okay? So, and then this four says, all the phenomena, the compounded phenomena are impermanence. That's one seal. So now you can judge, you can check, you can research, no matter you are Buddhist or non-Buddhist, no matter you are traditional, non-traditional, especially if a scientist is good, perfect, you can judge, is this check, true or not, this is Buddha's seal, or his promise, commitment, whole of the compounded phenomena are impermanence, he says. Now, if you found one single thing is like permanent one single thing you found, then Buddha's seal is lost. He lose promise, So, but in drink sense, he this promise, the seal, 2006 years till now, yet not lost. But still may be possible, you check. Okay? So, anyway, that's the one seal. All the compounded phenomena are impermanence. That's one. And then the second seal is all the contaminated, the phenomena of contaminated. Okay? Contaminated phenomena means the fully repent result of 5 aggregates, like 5 aggregates. Aggregates of form, aggregates of feeling, aggregates of recognition, aggregates of mental composition factors, and aggregates of consciousness. That is the basics of our life, actually. That is the basis of samsara, actually. Means this is the result of contaminated. So therefore, that is a contaminated aggregate. So therefore, Buddha says the second seal, all the phenomena, the contaminated phenomena are, maybe you will be a little bit uncomfortable, but he says suffering. Okay? Suffering. Terrible means problems, some problems, always related with some problem. Because is the contaminated of the appearance, the fully repentant result of contaminated of phenomena are related to the of suffering. That's the second his seal. Okay? Means samsara is with false. Samsara is with suffering. But we want to be happy, enjoy in this samsara, but Buddha says, samsara is, can be temporary happiness, temporary enjoyment, but there's no ultimate happiness, ultimate enjoyment. If you research inside samsara, it's no possible. But possible beyond to the samsara, you found ultimate peace, ultimate enjoyment. This is his seal, second seal. Samsara is with false. Second seal. And then the third seal, his third seal. All of the compounded phenomena, no need to compound it. This third one, all the phenomena, no matter compounded or uncompounded, but all the phenomena are selflessness, self and the selflessness of phenomena nature. Means is emptiness. Whole phenomena, the absolute true nature is as emptiness. That's the Buddha's the third seal. Promise, commitment. You can check, you research, is true or not, phenomena nature. That's the fourth. And the last, the fifth, the fourth one, that's the third one. The fourth seal. Nirvana is as peace. That's his fourth seal. Nirvana is as peace only. Nirvana means Sanskrit language, but nirvana means is enlightenment, achievement of completely enlightenment. That is the final, excellent, perfect, authentic happiness, enjoyment, peaceful, relaxation, rest, and completely satisfaction state is only nirvana. Okay? That is the fourth, the last seal. Exception of attainment, completely enlightenment, nirvana, there's no enough fully peace. So this is the fourth seal. So he taught 84,000 collection training well of Dharma, beautiful, wonderful, vast, extensive, so many different so many truth, but in briefly, just he says these 4 seals. That is. All right. So this just introduce to you just the name of the 4 seals. Don't worry, we will explain in this evening. So what each of these 4 seals, what means. Is true or not, we check. We will check a little bit, to the Buddha. So research, can be true or not, we on investigation, analyze to check, follow the valid cognitions. This is the philosophy of Buddha Dharma, what it's saying, but this is very important for us. If you could understand the four cells, and then you can understand our life. You understand samsara. You will be understanding nirvana. You understand which is abandonment, which is engagement, which is good, which is not good, what should to do, what should not to do. Everything you can clearly, if you can understand the four cells generally, So that's very important, So, but we will talk this detailed explanations of each of these four cells in this evening, from 7 to the 9. So now we're going to, anybody, if you have any questions, we're going to a little bit question answers. Yes, please. What is your question?
Rinpoche, yesterday and today you talked about saving lives as a practice, strong practice for merit, etc. May I please ask if you can give us some examples how we can practically do that in Europe? I know that like in India and Tibet, sometimes there you see animals going for slaughter and they can be bought. I don't think it is possible here. I don't know if you have any examples of what practice we can do to save lives.
Here also very possible. If you have this intention, if you have this motivation, if you have this courage, if you have this compassion, love, empathy, sympathy comes, then why not here? Saving others' life, right? You mean this?
If we save an animal,
yes,
from
yes.
Where are we going to put it?
Do you mean here impossible? Means here nobody dying? You mean? I'm just kidding. Anyway, so of course, so you can save like the fish. So many, and the cook going in the kitchens, or restaurant, they are on the water, they put living the fish. You can buy, and then you can release in the ocean. Very happy, they are enjoying their relaxed moment. Isn't it so small or big, or the chickens, pigs? This is maybe too expensive for you, but the small fish is not very expensive. But anyway, expensive, you have expensive virtue also, okay? Yes, cheap is a cheap virtue. That's the normal, as a regular. So, and then also as the big, large is large virtue, because life is very more strong, So as a small is a small virtue, but anyway, life is to saving others' life. Since small insect, animal, and up to of humans, or even, but human is not easy to save. The life is like kings, queens, country rule, or maybe is lawyers or the ministers. They have power to save. But anyway, is in this country you can. Because in many things we're doing in Tibetan and the Himachal, and not Himachal, the Himalaya, the peoples, and Chinese, so many, because the Chinese, the government and Chinese people is different, okay? So Chinese are very much is traditional, most, is ancient Buddhist, So therefore the listener, very much listener, they trust, they have faith to us to talk. Tibetan masters go to, but nowadays they're rejecting from government, As a previous couple of years it was free, more. Therefore so many followings coming, then they worry maybe the government, then they're rejecting, they cannot go monk to teaching in the city. But but anyway, then we released so many fish, the snakes, the sea animals, and the beach, so the boat, thousands, millions, and relaxed, and with the reciting mantra, prayer, and dedicate, and blessing water, the blessing pills with the water and the fresh together, and they test the animals, not only saving the life, but they're testing the blessing pills. Millions, animal realm they are, but the chance opportunity, they're testing the blessing pills from human realm, So with this compassion, love, and the released to live in the safety place more. But of course, we cannot guarantee for hours. Again, maybe today we released, maybe next day someone they catch again. But that is not our motivation, Our motivation is released, that is. But we cannot stop killing for the world, No possible. But our possibilities is saving, Their possibility is killing, So that's why we need to balance both try. As much ten our best, as much their best, So anyway. So therefore, of course, everywhere is possible. So therefore, if someone interested, like somebody, if you or so few people, okay, there's a full moon, like full moon holiday, It's that time so we have going to releasing animal like fish also. Everybody, if you want, you donate. Like make sure good person must be not cheating, of course. Nowadays, and the utopians coming cheating, They say, I'm saving animals and donate, and they don't know who is a human, is the sent, and then it's sometimes not true, sometimes true, sometimes not, But of course, that's but the trust person. And then it's no matter how much you, maybe it's €1, €2, or €5, collected maybe it's thousands come. And then you can releasing is maybe full moon day, maybe one day a year. It's a full moon day, maybe it's thousands of fish. You can release it, right? And do dedicate and compassion like this. And then there's very virtuous for collection merits release. So therefore, like this way, it's everywhere possible. If you can have this motivation and come these intentions everywhere, it's beautiful. Can.
Thank you, Rinpoche.
All right. Anybody have any other questions? Yes, please. Oh, okay.
I don't know if I'm going to phrase this correctly or not, but you said in life there is negativity and positivity. There could be a balance, or depending on your previous karma or what has happened. If you are aware that someone is going through a lot of negativity, you're seeing it, and you wish to help them come out of it. Obviously, you cannot change anybody's life because that is not up to you. But is there any way you can, through your own, I don't know, prayer, guidance, positive vibrations or anything, could you help somebody to come out of it?
Yes, that's true. Not easy to taming, so the ordinary beings. Sometimes they says, Buddha says, the ordinary is the untamed person is like wild elephant. Wild elephant, not easy for taming, So not easy, very danger. So this is true. So as much our possibilities, as much you can. But of course, I mentioned yesterday, motivation, we want to be benefit equally for everybody. That's our motivation. But in fact, is the different capacity. Some is totally if you do, they are opposite. Sometimes more upset, more angry may be possible. Therefore, as you use your wisdom that we mentioned yesterday, compassion, wisdom must be together, should not separate. Only is they say, my motivation is it's a good motivation, but an act was a result is not good because you lack the knowledge. So therefore, you should not mistake what you should to do, what should not to do. Even good motivation, So therefore, you need to judge slowly, like Buddha Dharma teaching even. Buddhist Dharma teaching, you cannot teach forcefully. Force by the kings, queens, you have to teaching, you have to learning, you have to meditate. Teachers, you have to do it. Something like this, the forcefully, then students fear. And then they must be listening, must be meditate, this is no Dharma. So that is faults of Dharma, mistake. So Dharma be freely, but has to be explanation, description, introduced to you, make sure, understanding which is true, which is not true, by yourself finally decide it. So that is a Dharma how flourishing in the world, as a non-violence contact means is Buddha says, even if you cannot do benefit other sentient beings, at least do not harming no one. That is a Dharma activity, Dharma contact, their contact actions. So, and therefore, of course, it's not easy equally for everybody, but still it doesn't mean there's no hope. Can have hope. Means is like we hear, may all beings have happiness, may all beings free suffering, may all beings. This also already is, whether they like or not, we already include, so our prayer for them. So therefore, in the moment directly is no power to benefit them, but indirectly one day, by this reason, we can benefit to them one day. Because means is you will be enlightenment with this motivation. If you become completely achievement, enlightenment, Buddhahood, And you are Bodhisattva, you are Buddha. So your activity, peaceful, wrathful activity, increasing, meditation activity, peaceful activity, so many various different kind of activities you have power. But miraculously, you can do benefit, even hell realm beings, hungry ghost realm beings, animal realm beings, the terrible of the barbaric land beings, you can do benefit different way because you have miracle power coming. So therefore, that means is this kind of aspiration, bodhicitta, prayer, at the moment you can't see directly benefit others, but indirectly this is going to through benefit for all sentient beings equally, because you will be attainment son, the result of Buddhahood. That means you have power and multiply, for benefit sentient being, not only one person. So like this way is we can do, including our prayer. Never ever is it rejecting even on animals, enemies, even keep in your heart. Is the compassion and love. That means is indirectly healing sentient beings for sentient beings. And that's one. So many actually, even like the blessing pills, So even the big river, like ocean. So blessing pills, you make sure in the water, like, and then this drop is water is drop you throw everywhere, kilometers when you go to cross on the boat. And the next, this blessing water is into ocean. How many animals in this ocean, and then directly and indirectly they get testing the blessing. Sometimes we say testing liberation. It can be, the benefit directly. And so many, if you have good heart, if you can enact many different methods way, even is it, it can benefit to them, So like this way is many way you can do benefit other sentient beings. But however, is best is usually Buddha Dharma we say, you keep your faith on your tradition, if you are Buddhist. But at the same time, respect equally for all other traditions and even non-traditions followers, respect. The reason, two, temporary reason is everyone, but I mention you oftenly, everyone want to be happy, enjoy, nobody want to suffering. Everyone to free suffering and no one exceptions. So therefore, we need to respect equally each person's wish to be happiness and freedom from suffering. No reason, only yourself and your people. That's the one regular, normal, the conventionally. And the ultimately reason why we need to respect all sentient beings, Buddha nature. Buddha nature providing equally for all sentient beings, since hell realm beings up to peak of existent beings. Without any different tradition, without any different religions, without any different beings, everyone, Mother Nature is already seed of enlightenment of Buddha, the seed of compassion, the seed of love. So the seed of wisdom is already sown on each person's mind. Each person, each sentient beings have the potential power, one day enlightenment will. So therefore we need to respect right now equally for everyone. There's no someone higher than other and someone lower than other. No, ultimately it's same quality. That's why in Buddhist we say all sentient beings already Buddha. Means is you should respect all sentient beings because already Buddha. And then you say, okay, then already sentient beings are Buddha, then why are we going to practice, meditate, and benefit because each other is already Buddha? No. The circumstantially obscured by the obscuration of ignorant delusion, karma is different level. So therefore, if you want to angry, if you want to upset, if you want to fighting, if you want to shooting, then do not upset with the person, but upset with the person's negative emotion. Upsetting person's negative action, not the person. Yeah, person and person's misdeed is different. You must need to separate. Understand? If you can separate, then the worst person is you come more strong compassion. Oh, because it's more problem. Even ultimately same quality Buddha nature, but circumstantially, so there's erasing the obscurations, not the same. It's more worse. So therefore, if you want to angry with or fighting into the he or her negative emotion, negative action, not he or her. Makes sense? So respect equally for everyone, but you do not respect to the negative emotion. Do not respect negative action. It's different, right? Okay, so this is same in the country, good country. I mean, it's a good rule. The lawyer, so they make you in the prison, jail. That doesn't mean they make you hurt. They want to make you harm, make you suffering. That does not. But we can't say like bodhicitta. But actually, the rule countries, the rule means they love you. They want to support you, but no other options. Only that's the way you must be in the jail 10 years. Right? Am I right? Yeah, but we thinking very angry, upset because he punished me to in the jail. But no, it's once I've missed it because you killed, you raped, something. Therefore, they're punished to your negative action, not for you. So now you need be agreement. Okay, when I released, I will never do again, do again this. That means you understanding now, right? That is the benefit. So therefore, is the Buddha Dharma also, the means purifications like this, going purification sometimes looks like punish. I tell you one story. When I childish, very young age, maybe around 20 or something, I did pilgrimage with the prostration pilgrimage, very far, thousands of kilometers, from my area to and the other the holy Avalokiteshvara mountain and the statue, very ancient. So between there is a 6 month, the pilgrimage, prostration means is a measure one. The whole body is after one and move slowly, and that's 6 months. Anyway, in the way, in the road, in the nearby of Chinese border, because we every day we had 3 people together, 2 attendants for cook. But anyway, very hot weather and temperature, and very sweating you, of course. And then why Chinese driver, the truck driver, because almost every week going coming. In the way they saw us, and they stop one day asking you, hey, what problem? Who punished you? They thought, come, my tech, I can carry you go 1,000 kilometers, then nobody see, So, no, thank you, no. Don't worry. Who punished you? Oh, this punish myself. I told myself, because my karmic punish me, not punish nobody's. So I agree, I accept this for purification with compassion, love, to share sentient beings. You also including this purification. I thought he happy. And so finally he brings us some potatoes or some chocolate or some each time come and stop and drink something, give us. So anyway, so therefore punish is the good punish, a bad punish too, Good punish is from compassion and love. Bad punish is from the aversion and jealousy, Yes, so like this way, how come this, but anyway. Okay, anyway, so that's nice. Okay, one more, last one.
I want to ask about karma. For example, if you are on an island.
Say?
If you are on an island.
Oh.
And you have nothing to eat, and you see a fish, and
yes.
you manage to kill it,
yes.
and you eat it.
Yes.
And this is for survival, kind of.
Yes.
In that case, how does the karma affect?
Okay, that is karma. So now, because that's a good question, actually, a good example, good example. But now the question is still motivation. Why you kill this fish? Why you want to save yourself and you want to kill this? The motivation, the question. So now, because I'm hungry, that's a normal, regular answer. I'm hungry. If I didn't kill this, as you mentioned, I will die. So I don't want die. Means that's selfishness, right? Selfishness.
Yes.
Okay. So in these cases, there's no exception. Karma, no exception. That's killing is a killing. Okay, you killed of a fish, but you already decided your life is more important than the fish's life because selfishness. Only this is your motivation. So that comes from desire, not anger, not jealousy. There's no reason jealousy to the fish, no reason angry to the fish, but it's attachment because yourself. You need to say no way, otherwise you pass away. So therefore you don't want to exchange your life. So therefore that is negative, sorry. That's negative. But other motivation, because I'm at least is in the human realm. I'm least as a human being. So this precious human body is, Buddha says, very rare to obtain, difficult to obtain this precious human body. Once chance opportunity I found this, I don't want to lose easily. I must need to protect this precious body for benefit sentient beings, for benefit each others. So therefore, this fish is least unfortunately in the animal realm. So compare me and a fish, and I'm better than the fish. Means life. My life is better than, more useful than the fish. Fish cannot, talking compassion, love, so on, so you have more power to benefit. So therefore, now there's no choice, only one life, one day. So therefore now is, excuse me, fish, but I must be life, because I dedicate to you also too, freedom from next rebirth, this low realm, because better I'm self is than you. So you serve life as a normal few weeks, month, and then kill any beings, then there's no benefit anymore. Therefore, better save my life is better than, right? It's logical. But this motivation, if you kill, this killing is not anger, not even desire, not ignorant, compassion, wisdom. So therefore, is you killed. Only you have the reflection negative of killing. With 4 branches and killing now.
Yeah.
That's not object of your killing. That's not your intention. You want to harm, not you want to, but it's you killed. Karma does act. You killed, but it's not strong killing. Negative. Your motivation is very pure. Therefore, in fact, is positive. But only you have the aspect of the reflection of killing negative. Doesn't mean totally zero. Because you hurt the other's life, you have some negative karma, but compare positive, and positive much, much more strong than of the negative, the killing, like this.
Okay.
So in this way, you many things can judge between what should do, what should not to do, so on. Okay, we're going to dedication prayer. Sonam de Tamche Zibanye, Tomni Nibi Dana Panshe, Chirga Nanchi, Parlo and Chupa, Sebi and Toli, Drowa Dorwa Shu, and de Dan to so and dear Waye, Girza, Chenye, Sampago. Major Semche Tamche La Sanje Tobi Jurgo Jumper Pao Chetar and Kemba Kundu Sambo Tea Tepshe Teta Kunji Jisa and Dalo Gewa and Deta Tamche Rabdu Tu so Shambi Yarwa Tamche Ji Ngowa Kangla Chode Angamba Dake Gere Zawan De Kun Chaya Zambo Shoshi Rabde Ngowa Kun Zayan Dorje Chanche Menche Ni Trenche Tsawe Lama Yanche Drove Antonde Amono Kamta Pa Teta Tamche Dashe Andre Parsho Shewa Yakundo Yanda Lama Dharme Chuji Ya Perla Lonsho Chan Sada Lamji Ya Yonde Rabzo Dorje changa kompa nirto sho. All right, that's all the morning class, and then the evening we have more class in this visit. That is 7 to 9. Toward the rest part, we will finish this evening. Thank you for everybody joining.
Thank you.